Ryan, you've experienced Buffalo-Toronto games from the Buffalo standpoint many times. Now you're going to get it from the other standpoint. Can you just imagine what it might be like doing it from a Toronto standpoint?
Yeah, it's going to be different for sure. But if we're playing it, that it's pretty almost like half and half. The Toronto fans, they're pretty close here, and it's going to be a lot of energy. I know I always remember from that, and I'm excited for it. It's going to be good. Obviously, still kind of get used to the team and such, but it's going to be an exciting game.
How accustomed have you become wearing a leaf? Knowing how important they were to you.
Yeah, it's I still at times kind of catch myself. I still can't believe it. Obviously, growing up and family growing up in Toronto and such, and actually wearing it now, it's it's a little surreal. But I'm excited though. It's awesome. It's something that I never really think that would happen, and to be a part of it, be a part of this group too, and such a good team that like I said, just there's a lot of excitement I have right now.
You have notions of this team from the outside. What's it like being on the inside and seeing how they operate from day to day and just seeing the talent up close?
Yeah, obviously we know kind of, it's one of the best organizations I think in sports, and you can tell by just the way we've been treated and such that it's at a different level. On any team I've played on, something different, and that's just because I think Toronto obviously is the mecca of hockey. But the organization, the players, it's something very special.
How have you found the adjustment without having practice? Odd for players to play 3 times for practicing for a new club.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Even today, we're only out there for like 10 minutes, and it was kind of first time, practicing after being together for a few days now. So it's kind of weird just jumping right into the games, but it's also good. I think that's where a lot of the chemistry and stuff starts to build is in those games. So it's nice to play a few and start to do some things well, and going to build off that.
What is the chemistry like with John and Mitch so far?
I think we're doing a lot of things well. I think at times, we're just still trying to read each other and kind of see how things are playing out. But, I thought each game, we're getting pucks back and we're close. I think, soon we're going to start to, take off and be better.
Ryan, you played against Tage before, but, this year he's really had a breakout year. Is that an example of a trade that made a hockey trade and it doesn't happen much where both teams benefited from it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Tage has been this year unbelievable. I feel like every time you turn on the TV, it's another highlight reel of something he's doing. And even today, I watch a video of how skilled he is and dynamic it is. It's going to be very tough to play against him. But I think when you look at a trade like that, definitely I think worked out both sides. And it's going to be a tough challenge for us tonight.
This Sabre team's just so much different than what you saw when you left, isn't it? I mean, everything's different, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's very different for sure. Watch it. It's a very exciting team. You see the dynamic and, the way they create, the speed too. They're generating stuff so much that, I think it's a little different. They've got tons of talent and speed, and they use it very well.
When you were at the World Championships in Copenhagen, you openly talked about what it would be like to play with Dahlin. And here we are 5 years later, he's developed where he is. What's it like seeing that number 1 overall develop like he is at 22?
Yeah, it's, watching him play and even talking to guys that have been there with him, just the maturity that he has and the poise and just the way he plays, it's incredible. He's definitely beyond his years, and it's going. It's a long way from Copenhagen and such. A lot of things have happened, but he's an incredible player.
Do you feel good for a guy like Kyle Poso?
John Tavares on deck.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. He's with a chance to play together for a few years, and Oki's incredible guy, incredible leader, and he's watching him have success again and such is great to see.
Knowing how important the Leafs are to you, and really a lot of just how do you weigh or balance the pressure of being part of this team now, and the lack, the success they've had in the season to be that difference maker come playoffs?
I think we have a ton of good pieces here, and it's a great team. The coaching's outstanding. It's I think it's not getting ahead of myself. I think I got to take it day by day and work and push myself to be better and try to help elevate this team to take another step. But that's not done just by wanting to have success. It's putting the details in every day and competing and doing things the right way, and then hopefully good things unfold from there. But I'm just right now I've obviously got so much excitement being here and being a new player here and a part of this team, and I'm just gonna feed off that and try to make an impact any way I can.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Anytime, guys.
I feel like the right time to ask you about it after the game the other night. 100 points, 50 defensemen in Leafs history to make that milestone. What goes through your mind when you hear that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't spend too much time thinking about it. It's nice when you hit those milestones, but ultimately there are more things going on that we're just trying to win games.
What are these games in Buffalo like? Leafs Buffalo.
Yeah, they're fun. I mean, it's always a good crowd. I mean, they have great fans here in Buff, and we have our guys coming down too to support us. So it's always a good game with the crowd involved and everything. Obviously, the team within our division. It's always important games.
What sort of impression has Ryan O'Reilly made on you?
Yeah, he's been great. I've had a chance to play with him before, so I kind of knew what to expect with him coming in. But I mean, he's a leader. He's a good two-way player, skilled, plays hard. So he's been a big addition for us.
What sort of challenge does Tage Thompson present?
Big guy, skates well, great shot, skilled. Obviously, been kind of feeling it this year, and his whole line has been playing well. So I mean, they're a handful.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks, John. Where's the chemistry at with you, Ryan, and Mitch so far?
Yeah, I think there's been some good things. I think we feel maybe just a hair off at times, which maybe lead to some good looks, or even some of the looks we have gone just getting some more results. Funny how it can just change the dynamic of things, but overall I think it's been really positive considering the circumstances of when the trade happened and right into a tough back-to-back. So I think there's been some really good things, and obviously some areas we know we can be a little better, a little sharper, and continue to, I think, mostly just getting a sense of reading off one another and how that all kind of works, and continuing doing a good job without the puck as well, being tough to play against there, and obviously earning a lot of offense from the way we can defend and check.
John, for two guys who haven't practiced and won't until sometime later this week, impressively they have adjusted and made that adjustment really on the fly and trying to pick up some new things.
Yeah, I'm also not too surprised. I think just playing against both players and knowing both players and the way they play the game, and I don't think try to overcomplicate things or whatnot, but especially Ryan thinks the game so well, understands it so well. Obviously, tremendous amount of experience, and Noel's just got very consistent, I think, in his habits and the way he plays the game, and in that nature. So not easy. So still impressive how they've come in and just seamlessly made the transition. So we're happy about that, and looking forward to only getting better from here.
What's it been like for you going to the wing?
Yeah, it's different. Obviously, it's a different position. When you're playing center, you're in the middle of the ice a lot. So, whether that's defensively or offensively, just where I'm getting the puck a lot, and without it, just positioning where you're at. So, just making that adjustment. Obviously, at times throughout my career professionally, I've played the wing. So, continue to make that adjustment. Obviously, playing with some pretty good players. So, just want to continue to get better, and I think it's an opportunity where I can look to thrive in this position.
John, what sort of advantages do you think it can be for your game on the wing?
Well, obviously, I have to continue to do a good job of adapting to a lot of wall play, offensively and defensively. But also, I think with O'Reilly's, his headiness and how responsible he is with and without the puck, and obviously the poise that he plays with, and ability to get the puck to his wingers, or creating time and space just because of his awareness in the game, can just lead to really good looks, puck possession, time and space. And obviously, I think the chemistry and understanding of the way me and Mitchie play off one another, continue to grow on that front, especially from me playing in a different position. So, and like I said, coming through playing center, you play in the middle of the ice a lot. So, making sure I'm not getting too stuck on the walls and finding those opportunities to come off and create chances, getting to the net, getting to middle of the ice to create chances and get my looks. So, just a balance of all those things. Try not to overcomplicate it, but obviously a good opportunity for me.
With these additions, how much more improved do you feel this team is today as opposed to, 3 days ago, and more prepared for, the late season push?
Yeah, we're obviously excited about the quality of the players, what they've accomplished, and what the impact they still have on the game. Also the leadership aspects that they bring, which will be great for our locker room and the type of people that they are. So anytime you make the type of moves that we did, and we didn't subtract anything from our roster. Kyle's obviously talked about his thought process through the trade. It's obviously exciting, I think, for the group, knowing the belief that him and management have and the opportunity that we want to take advantage of.
I guess the one thing to remember, John, is Sheldon has the luxury of trying these things in the time and the combinations, knowing that we're not expecting John Tavares to be the left wing for the rest of the season, that sort of thing. But is that a bonus that he can do that and figure these things out in the final few months here?
Yeah, I think it's great. And so many things can happen that you want to be able to have a sense of the group and things that happen on the fly that you can mix and match and try different things or know that you've experienced with, or you've experimented with things before, and certain looks are changing things up and adjustments that are made as the season goes on. So I think with the type of players that we have and the depth, it gives us the ability to do that, which is exciting for our team. So I think it's just shows, I think, the opportunity that we have as a group because of the type of mix that's there, and especially with the addition of Noel and O'Reilly.
When did Sheldon first bring up the idea with you of potentially experimenting on the wing? He said it may have happened even before the trade, like those discussions.
This year it hasn't really been until the morning of the trade, but I think over as time we've been spent together, we've had discussions about things like that. But throughout this season, there hasn't been much talk about me going to the wing, other than, like I said, at times whether it's after a season or before a season, or you talk throughout the off season, and just myself as a player and evolution and just how things can. Opportunities that may present themselves or how things evolve in certain situations. So that's kind of how that's gone.
Is internationally kind of the last time you consistently played the wing?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I would say World Cup. I think the Olympics, actually I played mostly in the middle. So World Cup for sure. I was playing with Getzlaff and Stammer there, and then actually my longest period playing the wing was when I played in the lockout in Bern. They put me on the wing basically my whole time there, which was pretty close to 30 games. So that's about a decade ago now. So, but I've had some stretches. So yeah.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Sheldon, why did you opt for, I guess, an optional skate today?
It's just something we've been monitoring for a while here now. Just these mornings after a day off on the road, with the 11:30 time slot. We've been having mandatory skates here for a while now. We've monitored it and looked at it and have stayed with it. But as we look over the last 3 seasons, our results haven't been nearly as good in this situation with the mandatory skates. So it's really just trying something different and putting it in the hands of the players in terms of them taking what they need here this morning to make sure they're ready for tonight.
How do you feel about the short sample size, obviously, to the wing? What sort of advantages do you think that could be for him moving forward?
Well, I think he's adjusted fine. I think I've gone back and I've watched all the shifts for that line in two games, and trying to see if there's something there that maybe there's some difficulty or anything like that, and I don't see that. He's handled plays on the wall really well. So to that end, I think he's done a really good job. First of all, being embracing it and going with it, and the advantages, I think it's less of a workload. You don't have to skate as much up and down the rink and getting all the way back. So to that end, I think there's some advantages for anybody that plays on the wing there that can help them on offense especially, but just to have a little extra gas in the tank. But like I said here, this is something that we would have tried and would have wanted to try at some point, and I just like the ability to go right to it here now. And as I told John when we first made this move, that it was something that it's going to be a one-off or anything like that. We're going to stay with it for a little bit and give it some time to come together. I actually thought that they had a good night the other night. When I look at some of their offensive chances, they're really close. Look to me like a group that's close to breaking out, and we'll see how it is tonight. But I think those guys I see them talking lots, and see great chemistry there that way. So we'll stay with it.
The experience allowed the two new guys, Sheldon, to adjust without the benefit of having full practice. And another game tonight with it.
Yeah, that was important to me. To have two of our leaders alongside Rielly in particular, and then even with Kerfoot, with Achari. Kerf in particular has been here a long time. Another guy that talks a lot, smart player. We keep them alongside each other in the penalty kill as well. So I think with the no practice time, and even without that, just a quick turnaround coming from one team to the next and playing right in games, I think it's important to have, to utilize that. Utilize your leaders, utilize your guys that are the best communicators, and in Rielly's case, some of our best players. So I think all of that helps. And then, as we talked about even before we made the trade, I've been wanting to see Arncroc, Engvall, and Kampf as a line. So that in itself has given me more time to see that play out. And I thought those guys were exceptional in Montreal. Maybe not as good in Chicago, but still, I think there were some things to like about it there too. And then the Achari group has it's the best our fourth line has looked in, all season in the two games here. So all those reasons will stay with the same group tonight.
What's the latest on Sandine?
Progressing well, just not ready to play here tonight, but I haven't got a report on how things went on the ice here today. But the fact that he wanted to get out there today and was able to move around a bit is a positive sign. So I'm not going to play tonight, but he's not far away. We'll have to see where he is for Thursday's practice.
What stands out to you about the Sabres? Haven't seen him in a while. Certainly there's excitement around here as they try and make a playoff push.
Yeah, just incredible skill, speed, both on forward and defense. So an exciting team to watch that way, but a dangerous team to play against. I thought when we played them back in November, I thought we did an exceptional job of defending, and that's going to be required tonight. We have a top 5 team in the NHL in goal scored, even strength. Power play is dangerous. Lots of guys that can score at different lines. I mean, they get 2 first overall picks on the back end and a number of top picks on forward, and I don't know how many first round picks there are total on the team, but there's a ton of talent on the team that's taken a big step, and as you say, is right there in the thick of the playoff push. And in fact, in win percentage, I think they're in as of today. But it's a team we're certainly going to have to be prepared for in all facets.
Deline in particular, what makes him a challenge?
Big and strong, skilled, smart, confident. I think all the different things that come into it. He's, no doubt, he's moved into the upper echelon of defensemen in the league.